Okay, I am going to make a soup today because you know that I love soup. And I'm not going to make it for you, but I am going to show you what's going in the soup, and then I will show you a picture of the finished product. So right behind me, you can see my crock pot, and right here my canner is going. I'm making 3 quarts of cranberry juice at the moment. You will hear it beep in about 45 seconds. Okay, to the crock pot, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. The butter is mine. I'm going to throw in about 3/4 of a cup of peppers and about a cup of onion. The onions and the peppers I got from The Well, which is a place for those of you who are new to watching me. In addition to going to the food bank, I sometimes go to The Well, and for a small donation, you can get large quantities of produce. Sometimes you go and there's potatoes and apples. Sometimes you go, there's, you know, cabbage and onions. It just depends on what they have, what the season is, and then I usually bring it home and preserve it and do whatever it is I want to do. So let's do that. And actually, I can just do that while I'm right there. I like onions, so we're going to use the last of this onion. And I will put in this big chunk of frozen pepper. And a little bit more. And that should be good. Okay, now I'm going to let that saute in my crock pot for a while. And then I'm going to add the following. So, my oldest cans of broth are chicken broth that I made on October. I cannot keep this stuff in stock. And 1 last quart of turkey broth that I made in September. So I'm going to add that. Then I'm going to add a jar of my tomatoes and zucchini that I that I canned from stuff out of my garden. The turkey broth, the carcass was a food bank turkey, and the chicken I don't remember on this particular can, but it was either the remnants of a Costco carcass or it was chicken that I got from the food bank. All right, now to that, I am going to add a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. This is mine. I'm going to add this can of beef, okay? Now this is a food bank item. I also have this can of beef, and I may or may not use this one as well. It just depends on what my soup looks like. Now, if you follow me regularly, which I hope that you do, you will know that a couple weeks ago, I made a bunch of rice mixes, right? This is a beef rice mix, so you can see all the seasonings on the bottom. And it looks like I was out of onion powder because it says add some onion powder. So I will do that. I am going to mix this rice into my beef soup and have a beefy rice soup. But the #1 reason that I want to make this soup is because I have a big bag of spinach that I got at Costco about 10 days ago. It still looks really good. I haven't used it though, and I'm afraid that it's going to go bad. So I want to use that bag of spinach in this soup, so I will most likely be making a big pot of soup which will feed us for a few days. So let's get to it. Let's get this going. Who knows? Who knows what the day is gonna hold? I just saw the squirrel. He's looking for some peanuts, so I'm gonna go toss him some peanuts, and then I'm gonna work on this. And it looks like I do need to clean my kitchen. I made a big farmer's breakfast this morning, and those are my dishes from that. I fed everybody breakfast this morning, and then I got 3 servings in the refrigerator so that we can eat it tomorrow. Pretty, you know, just stick it in the microwave for 45 seconds and it'll be delicious. Okay, let's get this party going. Okay, we have dinner ready to go, and tonight the family had 3 options. There was leftover spaghetti, leftover tater tot casserole, And I made a beef and spinach rice soup because I had spinach that I needed to use. And let me tell you, I have already tasted it. Girl doesn't want to brag, but it was stinking good. Okay? Good. All right. Now, while I was doing other things today, I went ahead and canned 3 jars of cranberry juice. After dinner, I'm going to go ahead and can 3 more. I love that challenge that you preserve every single day. And I don't do it every day, but I'm always canning something. Broth, soup, juice, whatever. So I love to show you what I do. And I think I'm 2 months behind on what I canned in the month of September and October. Wow, November will be 3. I might have done September already. I'll go back and check. But if you're hearing noise, my husband is off camera right here, and he is unloading my dishwasher. Oh my God, I'm telling you, that is the sexiest thing, okay? I will take a man who unloads the dishwasher for me. I bet he does it 9 out of 10 times over whatever. You throw something out, that's what I like. Nope. Okay, hold on. All right, sorry about that. Apparently my husband got a robocall from Costco saying if you bought carrots at Costco, you need to dispose of them. I don't know the details, but I don't have carrots from Costco that I'm aware of. I don't even think I have any carrots in the house. I think I used all my carrots. Let's talk about dinner. So this is the soup that I made. Everybody's getting a bowl of beef, spinach, and rice soup. And if he hadn't married me already, this bowl of soup would have put a ring on it. Okay? I also made some biscuits, some cheese biscuits, and so everybody's getting a biscuit with a bowl of soup. But I'm going to go ahead and taste my soup for you. One moment. Okay, let's try the soup. And it looks so good. The spinach is such a pretty bright color. It's got a nice amount of tomato paste in it. It's got beef stock flavoring, although I did use both a chicken and a turkey stock. Who cares? It was stinking good. Now, there was a lot of fat in that beef can, and while I did try to get most of it before I put it in there, there was a fair amount in there. So on this soup, I just laid out 3 paper towels on top of the soup and soaked that grease up, okay? All right, so here's this bite. All right, let's go. I could eat this all day long. And I'm glad I made a big old crock pot because honestly, this week is going to be boring again because I have so many leftovers, you guys. But I don't want you to get discouraged when you have leftovers. If you make good food, leftovers is not a problem, at least not in this house. Now, I'm going to take a bite of a biscuit, okay? Let's see what we think. I do not enjoy eating on camera because there's nothing pretty about your mouth just chomping down and trying not to eat with your mouth open or talk with food in your mouth. So I'm just going to apologize, you guys. Sometimes it happens, but life is real, right? Okay, so we had this for dinner tonight. It is so good. The biscuit is out of this world. All I have to do tonight is finish my dishes. I got the first load in the dishwasher, but there's just a few things that wouldn't fit in there. And I'm going to can 3 more quarts of cranberry juice. So stinking easy, you guys. All right, let me go feed Grandma, and that takes care of it tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 2 and it's about 9:45 in the morning. I have been up for a while. I've had a cup of coffee. I will not be eating breakfast this morning. I am just full. My husband was up way before me and he's gone this morning running errands, so I do not know what he ate for breakfast, if he ate anything. But Grandma is now up, so she is going to have kind of a very simple breakfast. She's going to have one of those Costco white chocolate and raspberry muffins. Right there. And then she's going to have a bowl of cereal. And you guessed it, it is the junky cereal, because that's what she likes. It is the Walmart version of Lucky Charms. It is right there. And then, and that's mine, that's not a food bank item. The muffin was a food bank item. Whoops, I thought that was grape juice. That's olive oil. She does not want to drink olive oil this morning. Oh, because I put it right here. She's also going to have some grape juice, and this was a food bank item. So that's what she's having for breakfast this morning, and I think she'll like it. She was given a choice between oatmeal and junk cereal, and she wanted junk cereal, so she can have junk cereal today. That's no problem. Okay, let me get this into her and she can kind of get started on that. I've got a few things to do. Isn't that pretty? I know, I've got 1 in the refrigerator and 5 on the counter, so I need to get those into the pantry. Let me get a spoon for Grandma and we are good to go this morning. All right, I'll see you guys later. Ta-ta. All right, everybody, it is day 2 and it is about almost 11 o'clock in the morning. I have taken a shower because Stinky Girl needs to get in the shower, and I feel really good when I shower. It's just that, you know, sometimes I don't make it in as often as I would like. Now, my living room area is clean. I've got some clean clothes I need to put away over there. My kitchen isn't in bad shape. I need to maybe load those dishes up. I don't know if my husband unloaded the dishwasher or not. I'll have to take a look. So today we are going to make a cookie in a jar. If you watch me regularly, you know maybe a week ago, I made a bunch of cookie mixes so I could get through the holidays easily baking. And I used this book that I love. I don't think that it's in, I don't know, circulation anymore, but you can probably find them at thrift stores, and you can find all kinds of stuff on YouTube about how to make cookies in a jar, so you'll be okay. But I am going to take this recipe called Chocolate Macadamia Nut Bar Mix, and I am going to make, I did make a white chocolate nut bar mix, and I modified the recipe just a tiny bit. I have found some errors in here, and so you have to be really careful. So in this one I added a ½ teaspoon of salt. I made some blueberry bars for my husband, and they turned out like a cake because it called for 4 eggs. So I went through the book and looked at every similar recipe, and it's 2 eggs every time except for that recipe. So you need to be careful, okay? All right, so the first thing it calls for is 1 cup of softened butter. Let's come down here. How do you like that shirt? Isn't that cute? Okay, all right, 1 cup of softened butter. It's going to call for 2 teaspoons of vanilla, but we're just going to go ahead and put a tablespoon in because that's how we roll. If I can get the lid off. There we go. It smells so good. And then it's going to call for 2 eggs. And I'm going to crack my eggs in a separate dish because I just want to be careful. That egg is perfect. That's my little my little rooster out there. That's Grandma's baby. I don't know what he's crowing about this morning. He's been out. He's eaten leftovers. He's got food out there. He's got water out there. He chased a flock of crows away like the bad ass that he is. Yeah, he's little. He's got these feathers. He's a frizzle, so they go every which direction, right? Can you hear him? He is announcing his presence with authority. Okay, do we care about that, or do we want to make these cookies? I think we want to make these cookies. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that up, and I'm not going to keep you on screen for that. There's no reason for you to listen to the beaters going, but I'll come back, okay? Okay, let's look down here. There it is. And I thought this recipe made a 8 by 8, but it actually makes a 9 by 12. So we're going to see what that looks like. I'm not sure. So here is the mix. And you really have to pack it into the jar, so it does take a minute to unpack it and get it to come out nicely. There we go. Okay, so let me mix this up and I will bring you back. All right, I went ahead and grabbed a bigger pan, and the tragedy this morning is that I do not have any parchment paper. So that is going to be a treat because I love to bake with parchment paper. So the best thing that I can do is use some vegetable oil. Do I love it? No, I don't. Let's see how this is going to turn out today. Okay, there's some vegetable oil. Okay, right here is the batter that's all mixed up. And of course, you know I love cookie dough, so I took a little nibble, and it was perfectly fine. It was so good. And I hope that light back there isn't bothering you. There we go. All right. My kitchen is dark, but if I turn this light on, it blinds you guys. I don't want you blinded. Okay, so let's get this in the pan, okay? Let's get it right there. Okay, yeah, that's a nice amount of cookie dough. Now it says to bake at 375 for 20 to 25 minutes, so we'll check it at the 20 mark and see what it's looking like. I want these to be a little bit brown on top, but I also don't want them dried out. I want nice, soft bars. Let's get that spread out. Okay, I want that pretty even. Okay, I think that's all right. And let's go ahead and bake this at 375 for 20 minutes, and then we will check on it, okay? Now, I am going to, anybody who wants lunch today is going to get tater tot casserole. I just looked into my refrigerator, and I have 10 servings of either spaghetti tater tot casserole in the thing. I also have a big pot of the soup that I made last night, and then also in there is some chili that I took out a day or two ago thinking I was going to cook it, and I did not, so I need to be serving that up too. So I know we're not going to be doing a lot of, baking, cooking from my food bank groceries. There it is. Okay, let's get this bad boy in the oven. All right? All right, it's Monday. Go slay the day, people. Be fearless. Be clean. Okay. All right, let's try those cookies. And it turns out that spraying the pan with vegetable oil works just as good as the parchment paper. So that's good because I don't have parchment paper. All right, I cut a piece out. Can you see it? All right, let's go ahead and sample, okay? I feel like I need a cookie. Here we go. Mmm. Mmm. That is so good. And this pan makes 32 cookies this size. So that's a lot. Wow, that is yummy. Rich, caramely with the brown sugar, the macadamia nut and the white chips in there is perfect. It tastes a lot like the white chocolate macadamia nut cookies you get from Costco. Really good. All right, well, while I'm standing here, let me write in my book that 25 minutes is what this does best at. I like to write notes in my cookbook. All right, I'm going to sit down, maybe have another cup of coffee. I've got to put some clothes away and see what else I'm going to do today. Those are excellent, you guys. Those are so good. All right, I'll see you later. Okay, I'm back. My cookies are out of the oven. They look gorgeous. They're sitting on the stove. They're going to cool for a while. My husband did come home and he's hungry, so he's opting to have the leftover fried potatoes and scrambled eggs and a biscuit. And I have warmed that all up for him, so he's going to go ahead and eat. Okay, day 2. It is about 1:45, and Grandma did decide she was a little bit hungry and wanted some lunch. So this is what she's getting. She has a half of a cup of the Mountain Dew that Thomas gave her a day or two ago, because why not? She's spoiled as hell. She's going to have one of the leftover servings of the tater tot casserole. She's going to have a leftover cheese biscuit, which I just heated up. And then she's going to have 2 little cookies. Now, this is a lot of food. For Grandma, I doubt that she will be able to eat all of this. But it's there for her if she wants it. And whatever she doesn't eat will go out to the chickens. If she does eat most of this, I doubt that she will eat anything substantial for supper. So I also am going to have a cheese biscuit but that's it. I am going to save. I'm not really that hungry, and I just want to eat some supper tonight. So I'm just going to heat up a biscuit, enjoy it, and eat supper later. I love having leftovers, you guys. Oh, it makes my life so easy. All right, I'll see you later. Grandma.
Yeah.
You're looking spectacular.
Yeah.
Can you show your owl to everybody? Because that is fantastic.
He's a nice owl.
Let's look at that.
Oh, yes.
Look at that, you guys. Isn't that amazing?
The owl.
Grandma also crafties to keep her positive, happy spirit, don't you?
I guess.
She guesses.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
All right. I just wanted everybody to see that fabulous artwork, and I took pictures of your other ones. So, okay, Grandma, you've got about an hour till bedtime. You want a pudding or a tapioca?
Oh, boy.
Well, I don't know. You'll get one or the other because I only put 4 in the refrigerator. So,
Oh, well, bring me what
I think
you
it's the
got.
tapioca.
That's good. I always like.
Or do you want a
those.
tequila? Do you want tapioca or do you want tequila?
Actually, I think I want tapioca.
Oh, Grandma.
I started having tapioca when I was a very young child, and I adore it.
We more than that want to hear the stories of when you found tequila. You dark horse. All right, I'll go get you something, darling. Say ta-ta.
Ta-ta!
All right. Good morning. It is day 3. And I had coffee for breakfast. My husband, I'm not sure what he did. He was up early this morning and now he's out running errands. So I don't know what he ate. But Grandma slept in until almost 10 o'clock. So I just got her up. I got her coffee, but here is her breakfast this morning. So let's take a look at this, okay? All right. Right here, she has some fried potatoes left over from the breakfast I made a couple days ago. It's got some cheese on it. It's kind of melted in. I don't believe there are any eggs in this. This is straight potatoes. I think this is my last breakfast. I'm also giving her a Trader Joe's mango and cream yogurt and some cereal. So this was food bank. The potatoes and onions were from the well, and the cereal and the milk are mine. Right now I don't have any milk, so I'm just going to pour in a little bit of half and half, and she can have that for breakfast. Now today I have got to go outside with my husband when he gets home and dig up my dahlias. For those of you who have ever had dahlias, it's a little bit late, but we have not gotten a hard killing frost yet, and I don't want to wait any longer. It's a lot of work. I'm going to dig them up, clean them up, stick them in my pantry. Okay, happy day 3. Let's see what it will do. I still have quite a few leftovers in my pantry. In my refrigerator. So we're probably just going to eat leftovers again, although I don't think I can do it today. Tomorrow I want to can some French onion soup. Is that what it's called? I got a lot of onions. The only thing I don't have is any beef broth that I could can with. I have the jar kind, but I think it's got ingredients in it that are not good for canning. So I may just can it in water and then season my beef seasoning when I make the soup. So we'll see. I don't really know. I really don't know. All right. So that's it. That's my life in a nutshell. I will probably bake another batch of cookies because the boys around the corner came over last night and dropped me off one of the containers that I had filled for them. And then when they saw that I had baked cookies, they just looked at me like, come on, you know you can offer us some cookies. So of course I did. But these were actually for somebody else. So let me rebake. I do have some packages to get into the mail. 2 packages for my cousins in the Midwest and 1 package for one of you. You know who you are. I was just waiting to finish something up and find some bubbly wrap stuff to get it in the mail, and off we go. All right, guys, have a great morning. Ta-ta. All right, everybody, it is day 3 and it is about almost 7 o'clock at night, and I have done some of the things that I said I was going to do this morning. My husband and I went out there and we dug up all of my dahlia tubers, and I'm so glad that he helped me because that was a job. But we got them dug up, rinsed off, patted dry, and they are now in my back room, which I use as a pantry. It's nice and cool in there, so in a few days I'll make sure that they're really dry, and then I'll continue the storing process. So that should save a ton of money on flowers for next year, which is great because I don't think flowers for next year is in the budget. So the budget is how many tubers can you save, make your garden pretty with those, and you've got some seed packets, girl. You can do it. And I know I can, so life is good. All right, you guys don't watch me to see what I'm doing in my backyard. You watch me to see what a freak show is going on in my kitchen. So I am making meals for my family, except my husband fed himself because we're all just opening the refrigerator, grabbing what we want when we want to eat. Now, Grandma is a little bit of a different story, and she's going to have some of that beef and rice soup tonight, and she kind of wants a nibble plate at the same time. So when she's not a big eater, sometimes I'll make her a nibble plate, a little fruit, a little cheese, a little yogurt, some juice, some crackers, whatever I have, and she likes that. But this is what she's going to have tonight. She has some of the soup that I made, that beef, rice, and spinach soup right here. She's got 2 pieces of Baby Bell cheese right there, and she's got a little bit of grapes. And she's with us in the living room. Grandma, can you say hello?
Hi.
Grandma, are you hungry?
Yeah.
Oh, now she's hungry. Grandma, have you been lovely today?
Well, I'm lovely every day.
That's right. She is lovely every day, and she knows it. She is kind of a gangster queen, you guys. So I'm just saying, she's a tough little bird. Okay, I am now going to eat the last remaining spaghetti left over in my refrigerator, and I'm going to like it. I love spaghetti. Like I said, my family eats spaghetti 3 or 4 nights a week if I have it. But I still have an abundance of leftovers. So the next thing that we have to work on, let's look down here, is this big pot of soup that I made. And this is gorgeous soup. And then I don't know why I pulled this out of the freezer thinking that we were going to use it earlier in the week, and we did not. This is some chili that I made and froze when my uncle was here, and we need to get cracking on that too. So, leftovers. I don't know. Some families eat leftovers really well, some families don't. It's a personal choice. In our family, we love leftovers because I, believe it or not, am a busy girl. And if I have leftovers, it means I don't have to fully cook. All I have to do is warm up, and then people get choices. Like, you know, the choices tonight were big. You could have had anything. You could have had spaghetti. You could have had tater tot casserole. You could have had beef, rice, and spinach soup. You could have had a chili bowl with Fritos. For the love of God, nobody picked that. I'm going to feed it to Grandma tomorrow. And I probably won't offer her a choice. I'll just say, this is what it is. You gonna be okay with that, Grandma?
Sure.
Okay, I am looking at myself in this camera and I am not happy. My hair is a fright. But this thing is so comfy, I'm gonna leave it on. Okay, I'm gonna throw mine in the microwave. I'm gonna get Grandma her plate, and that's gonna be our supper tonight. I don't think that anybody else will anybody else. There's only 3 of us. I don't think anybody here will eat anything else tonight. I think the boys around the corner came and got the last of my cookies. It was kind of cute. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys later. This is going to end part 1. And then I'll do days, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'll do days 4 and 5 in part 2 and 6 and 7 in part 3. Leftovers. It's exciting. It is exciting, though. You're feeding your family what you made. So, there we go. All right, ta-ta, you guys. All right, I'm back. While Grandma is eating and Addie is watching TV and my dinner is in the microwave, I went ahead and prepped my leftovers because for me and my family, if I have a big leftover container in the refrigerator, for some reason they will pass over it. But if I do this, they go and they pick out exactly what they want. So I have 4 big servings of chili. That is a man-sized bowl of chili. So I don't even know if Addie can finish this, but it's a big portion. This can be eaten by itself. It can be eaten on top of a potato, which is one of my favorite ways, or you can make a Frito bowl with lettuce on the bottom, then chili, lettuce and tomatoes on the top, and cheese, and whatever you want. It's very good. So I have 4 of those, and then I have 5 containers of the soup that I fed Grandma. It's really good, the beef, spinach, and rice soup. So I'm going to put this in my refrigerator. And even though I said 1 of part 3, I am not going to film the rest of the week because the rest of the week, you guys, is right here. I am not going to do special cooking. So we're going to eat these leftovers. I'll eat whatever leftovers we've got. We've got Thanksgiving coming up next week, and that's going to be a big cooking day for me and probably for all of you guys too. And then we'll have those leftovers. So I probably won't do anything what I eat in a week until I actually have very few leftovers in my refrigerator and need to cook that week, just so it's a little bit more fun for you. All right, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great day. And again, there will be no part 2 or 3 because it's right here. This is part 2 and 3 right here. All right, I'll see you guys later. Ta-ta.